Howdy YouTube, this is Steven and I'm back with another photo analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the covers of Crystal K's single Kimi ga Ita Kara, and that translates to Because You Were There. Alright, so I'll begin with the CD only version of the single cover. So okay, we see Crystal K, and you notice that there is, like, on her body, like this is like a half body shot, you notice that you can see like a picture within Crystal K's body. Alright, that's interesting. And you know, the background is white, and it looks like Crystal K is kind of like, you know, kind of like almost like she's about to yield a sword for some reason. I get that vibe from the single. Well, from the single cover. I'm not sure why. I guess it's the way that she has her hands positioned. Well, her arms positioned, having them cross each other. I like Crystal K's eyes in this photo. However, I wish she would have given like a bit more of a facial expression, but perhaps she's going for like a fierce look. But I don't know. I don't think that was the best look, perhaps, because after all, the theme of this single is Because You Were There. So I kind of think that Crystal K should have had a bit of a smile in her facial expression with her lips, because I think she is smiling with her eyes, but not so much with her lips. And I think if she did that, that would have helped elevate the quality of this photo more. Also, Crystal K has lost her neck in this photo. I don't think, you know, if you look at the photo, you notice that, you know, she doesn't really, you can't really see her neck. You know, her neck is kind of like crouched in her shoulders. And sometimes the no neck look can work. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you can pull off that look, but that's a hard look to pull off. And right here, Crystal K didn't pull off the look. If she had shown more of a neck, I think this photo would have been better. However, I think she has found the light really well. I'll give her that. The hairstyle, I don't know. I think I kind of get what they were going for. You know, something a bit edgy, you know, something different, you know. Perhaps even editorial. But I don't know. I think probably a simple, you know, just straightened hair, straight down on both sides would have worked better than this. But I do give, you know, I do admit that this is sort of like, you know, it does add some dynamic to the photo. I don't quite like how it looks, but I do admit, you know, it does give the photo some dynamic. So I'll let that slide. Also, her hair seems to have a lot of life in it. Like, you know, she has like wind in the hair. You know, it's not just laying flat. It's like, you know, alive, you know. So it looks like, you know, Crystal K had her fan with her, you know, her diva fan with her, blowing the wind in her hair. So, you know, kudos to Crystal K and her peeps for doing that. You know, the picture within a picture sort of makes this, you know, photo a lot more interesting. You know, imagine this photo without the picture within a picture effect. This photo wouldn't be as dynamic. It wouldn't be as interesting. So I think that effect really helped save this photo. overall, this is a nice, respectable photo. I like her body position, the way her body is positioned here. I'll give her that. And I do think that the hairdo is edgy. I'll give her that. I think ultimately what lets down this photo is more so Crystal K losing her neck. Even the facial expression I could let slide. Had Crystal K just positioned her neck better. But on to the next photo. All right, this is the CD plus DVD version of the single cover for Kimi ga ita kara, aka translates to because you were there. All right, I will say I like this background. This background is really doing it for me for some reason. I feel like, okay, you guys are probably gonna be like, really, really, but all right, it seems like Crystal K is smiling with her lips this time, right? But it seems like she's not smiling with her eyes this time. Like in the previous photo, she was smiling with her eyes, but in this photo, she's smiling with her lips only. It's like the photos, like, I kind of need both the smiling with the eyes and the lips. I feel like something is a bit amiss, like something missing in her eyes for some reason. I like the way that her hair looks. I feel like her body positioning here is not the best. It lacks dynamic. It doesn't bring any dynamic to the photo because it's just pretty much straight down. It's like almost like a stick figure. Had she, had Crystal K positioned her arms a little, bent her arms a little bit, it would have added a bit more dynamic to the photo. I like the outfit that she's wearing, or at least it looks like she's wearing. Looks like she's wearing sort of like a kimono outfit. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And again, I really like the background, and also Crystal K has, she has positioned her neck really well here. So I feel like a lot of things are working for Crystal K in this photo. I really wish she would have just found a better body position for herself. This body, like this, the positioning is that she has in this photo is just really, it's a little boring. She's just there, looking at us from the side. Also, the theme of this single cover, I assume, is because you were there. Do I really get that vibe with this single cover? Because you were there? Perhaps not. I could kind of maybe see, perhaps maybe find some way to connect this to that theme, but not right off the bat. Not right off. But it's okay if you don't interpret the theme. But if you don't interpret the theme, you really have to bring a great photo. And I don't really get the theme interpreted here strongly. But perhaps, her eyes are suggesting, hey, thanks. Because you were here, I'm better. So, either or. Choosing the best photo, it's a little difficult because I think that both photos have their strengths and their weaknesses. On one hand, the CD only version, I really like the body positioning, and I like the way that the light hits Crystal K's face. On the other hand, I like the way that Crystal K has positioned her neck. And I like her facial expression here. As well, I like the way that her hair looks too. And I also like the background. The best and strongest photo, in my personal opinion, is the CD only version of the single cover. And it's because her body positioning is really dynamic and it catches your attention, versus in the other photo, the CD plus DVD version of the photo, the body positioning is not so dynamic, and also Crystal K sort of fades into the background. I like the background, but she sort of fades into it. But the CD only version, she is front and center, and she is working it with this body positioning. And it's probably so well that probably even people won't be able to even, probably won't even notice her that she has no neck, because the body positioning is so on point. I do think both photos, again, both photos have their strengths and weaknesses. So this was a really close call for me. It was really difficult to come up with that decision. But, I didn't just want to say, hey, it's a tie. I wanted to be able to give you guys something that I felt was like a critique and, a clear-cut answer, So what do you guys think? Feel free to let me know. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and your support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next photo analysis, adios and goodbye for now.